Now, in a couple of hours' time, the World Festival of Youth and Students will get going in Russia's Black Sea resort of Sochi. The week-long cultural event is expected to attract upwards of 20,000 visitors from around the world. We can get the latest now from our correspondent, Daniel Hawkins, who is in Sochi for us. Hello to you, Daniel. So what can we expect then over the next few days?
Well, Andy, the very first festival, of course, was held all the way back in 1947. It's been held twice in Russia so far, in Moscow. This time, as you say, it's in the southern resort of Sochi. There's a really big program waiting for visitors, from sports competitions, concerts, cultural events representing each individual country that is represented here. As you say, around 20,000 visitors are expected from over 150 different countries in the world. We've spoken to people just today from India, from South America, from South Africa, from Asia. They're all really excited to be here, most of them, of course, for the first time. And apart from a program of entertainment, they'd also get the chance to discuss and share ideas on global issues of the day, from globalization and security to health and environment. They'll participate in discussion forums over the next few days. Now, it all began, of course, yesterday with a big parade in Moscow. Traditionally, the opening ceremony had a little bit of rain there, but it didn't stop thousands of people attending, and for a grand fireworks display to culminate that parade. We're having a bit more luck with the weather, as you can see here behind me in Sochi. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to hold over the next few days as well. We're waiting for the grand opening ceremony. That's going to take place in the next few hours, with President Vladimir Putin, of course, also making a speech. Now, some other people we've spoken to are actually those who've attended previous festivals, namely one back in 1957, many decades ago, and they've come back to Moscow from across the world to relive some of those memories.
The atmosphere was very warm because we were 30,000 young people gathering together in Moscow for the festival. We entered the stadium, 140 delegations, 30,000 people from 140 countries in the world, all cheering to Mir in Druzhba, peace and friendship.
This is somebody you might recognize.
Of course. Lenin. We used to call this Lenin Stadium. You must imagine thousands of people here, flags, music, dancing people. I cannot believe to be here 60 years later. It's my first selfie in Absolute. And I'm glad to do a selfie in Moscow with the symbol of the next youth festival. I hope that our ideals will be their ideals, but having grown old and having had experience of the world, I hope they will be more open-minded.